Got myself something a little more coarse. Now, there was some low spots, but you want to kind of get a middle road with things. If you can kind of sand it out, grind it out, and blend in that area, you don't really have to chase it. Now, every time you chase it, let's say you do a plug weld, and you get that little circle, there's going to be a little ring of slag again and again and again, and you might just keep going and going. So if you can balance it out and meet kind of a happy medium road, sometimes you don't really have to go back and chase them low spots with another weld. Now I can already tell right here I'm going to have to go back and weld that. Pretty sure. Looks like I'd have to go pretty deep to get that out. Okay, so there is one spot I'll go back, right here, and maybe right up here. Oh, I can hit that. I just felt a little high. Okay, so I'm going to go hit these, and then I'll grind it back down like I did these ones. Then I'll take a smoother wheel and kind of blend it all in, and then maybe some sandpaper. You can blend everything in with sandpaper, but I have a sandblaster, and I could put the same texture on everything, and it'll blend it all in perfect. And if you parkerize like I do, which my tank is actually out of commission right now, you want to sandblast everything anyways, so you're not affecting the finish at all. That's it. All those spots are gone. Right there a little bit, but it's not enough to worry about chasing. I can blend all that in with the lighter brush now. Well, I'm going to sandblast everything to kind of give it all an even texture now and get rid of all the grinding marks. It'll look good on the receiver. Sandblasters are awesome to have if you're doing this kind of stuff, because you can then hot glue, parkerize, you name it. But I know that's something that's out of reach for a lot of people, so definitely the MIG welder, and then get used to sandpaper, man, and sand everything out all normal and make it look flush and good, and you can achieve the same things. It takes a little more time, but maybe it'll take a little more pride in it, and I guess they'll be doing like Duracoat finishes or whatever, so see if I can't get this thing going now. Alright, so here's the receiver. The welds are almost all flushed in. I think that's enough of the welding video. I do got to get ready for my appointment later. There's some scuff spots from using that grinder, but I haven't used any sandpaper yet. So I went with a heavier grinding disc at first, then went with something smoother, then sandblasted it, and tried to blend in some of them brush marks. And then you take the light brush again and just kind of fade them out. But now some of this stuff, I can get this thing looking really good, and that's just going to have to go with the old-fashioned sandpaper. And I could have made it look this good with a file and sandpaper, if not way better, but it just takes a long time. But now some of this uneven stuff I can just sand down and it really make it flush and pop. So maybe I'll show that later. But I think that's enough for the welding video, you know. And when you're plug welding too, sometimes you want to kind of account. See, like there's a little tiny. Where's my finger? Where's that? You cannot even barely see it. That looks like a low spot, and it is. It's just a little itty bitty low spot, like a pinhead. And I can go back and try and re-weld that, or fill it up. But then I might create a great big old slag ring or something big to go after that. So you gotta kind of learn to balance, and what are you gonna Duracoat? What will that hide? Or are you gonna go for a Parker finish? Or are you gonna go for, a blued finish? You gotta take all that in consideration about what you're gonna do. If I was gonna blue this rifle, I would have been filing and sanding it the whole way. I would have never touched it with the air compressor. So, but since I'm a little pressed for time, want to get this video done, and I showed you a way to blend it in. And now you got to go old school, use some sandpaper. You can hit it with the sandblaster one more time after the sandpaper, and you'd never tell it was anything but sandblasted, and just think it was ready to go ahead and get Parkerized at that point. So, anyways, there you go.